My name is Siena Goulding, I'm 13 years old and I live in Brisbane, Australia. I was born in Cairns, Queensland, Australia, where the Great Barrier Reef is, and I've moved up just recently for my sport. I'm passionate about cycling, swimming and running. My friends would probably describe me as inspiring, supportive, kind and definitely sporty. A fact about me is I can move my ears. I realised that cycling was my passion was when I was 3 on my little pink dinky 3-wheeled bike, and I was going down the hill with my feet up in the air and both my parents were telling me to slow down.
Slow down? Put your feet down.
They couldn't get me off the bike when I was on the downhill and I loved it so much that I just kept repeating myself going down the hill as fast as I could.
I wish to become the world champion.
So cycling can be many sports. It can be BMX, cyclocross, track cycling, road cycling and mountain biking. I do track cycling and road cycling, and that's where you ride on the velodrome for track cycling. For road cycling, you're on the road, you have gears to change, but for track cycling you don't have any brakes. Hi everyone, I just want to give you all a tour of my SG32. It's carbon fibre, super lightweight. I call it Vindaloo. It looks like split curry. Over here you have the gears, big gear, little lever to change the gears. Down here you have the badger wax on your chain. It's super smooth. And here are the wheels. They're carbon fibre with deep rims. And lastly we have the seat. It's designed for girls, that's why there's a hole in the middle. Sorry boys, it's not for you, it's just for us girls. Cycling for me personally is where you have time to have your self-awareness, be by yourself, have a clear headspace. Cycling is definitely a male-dominated sport, but my goal is to try and get more female athletes into cycling and into sport, and that would just be a dream come true to see a whole bunch of girls doing what they love. I'd definitely love to beat the boys, so. For training wise, you can ride in big groups. You can be by yourself, isolated. Being isolated gives you time to have headspace awareness, positive self-talk. But just being with a big group of people, you have fun rides, go on coffee rides, have hot chocolates, lattes, whatever you want. And that's why cycling is just can bring people closer. A normal day for me would be wake up early in the morning, 4:30 around then, do my workout, then I have something to eat, then I get ready to go to school. Sometimes I have to ride to school, and sometimes I have days where I have to do training at school. In the afternoons, I have to go home, have something to eat, get myself ready to go on the bike, hop on the bike, do my training workout, then after the workout I have dinner and then I go to bed early.
27 seconds. Finish it off, come on, lift it back up. Get ready to accelerate as you come into that last 20 seconds. There's a go.
So for today's workout I was on Zwift. I was working on power, cadence and heart rate. The heart rate is the red line, the cadence is the blue line and the power is the white line. At the end here, it was a max sprint effort. That's why my cadence is above the power. That is today's workout for Zwift. My dad represented Australia in triathlon, but when he was younger, nobody in his family was related to sport. So even if nobody in your family does sport, doesn't mean you can't do sport. Sport is an amazing thing, gets people connected to each other, gets people out there. The people around you are just amazing, super supportive, and you will love it. Some skills that cyclists do need to have if they do want to be an amazing cyclist are having composure, so that means being patient, having resilience, being assertive, having positive self-talk, because if you don't have positive self-talk and you have a long race, then you just dig yourself a hole, and sometimes athletes, they can't get out of that hole. So when it comes to training, my dad, he has the walkie-talkie hooked up to me and he talks to me because he's my coach. He gives me feedback on what I have to do.
Get your water, make sure you get aero after that. Come on, don't coast it, go, take a gear, get out on the hoods and spin it, go.
And when I climb, I'm building strength. As I go up the hill, I'm working on cadence, speed, power, all of the above. And as I go down the hill, I'm also working on my race lines, getting aero, being as fast as I possibly can, working on speed so I can get down on those hills really quickly. When my dad's not talking to me, I know that I'm doing something right. I go to my foundations, my head just totally zones out. I'm one with the bike and all I think about is my races ahead, how I'm going to do those races, what my competitors will possibly do, how I'm going to beat those competitors, and how my body and how my strong mind can get through those situations.
Keep going, 30 seconds, come on, we're halfway around, let's go, go, you're almost there.
His voice is always in my head saying, Siena, work on your cadence, you need more speed up this hill. Get out of the saddle, 10 out, 10 in, come on. My goal with races is not just about winning all the time, it's about executing my race plan. So when I win, I tend to not learn as much, but when I lose, I get all of this intelligence about my race. I learn from the mistakes, I learn from the riders, I learn from the track. So then next time when I race, I take all of that learning and understanding into the next race that I do. For my strengths, I love climbing, time trialing, all of the above, sprinting, attacking. I just need to make sure that I'm positive self-talking and I have assertiveness. As I get older, the peloton will just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and the handlebars under my bike will start being bumped, and that's where I need to be assertive. And that's also where I need positive self-talk to get me through those tough stages. When the crash happened, I got massive gravel rash up my leg. The main key that all I wanted to know was my bike okay? I'm okay. I got back on and I finished the race off, but losing the race, I didn't care. As long as I learnt things from it, I learnt to be assertive, I learnt to take charge. If I didn't learn those lessons that I learnt in that race, then I wouldn't be a better rider. It was sore at the start, but I think my adrenaline started pumping as I was in that race, and all I wanted to do was finish it. I wasn't able to go to Goulding, the Goulding Junior Tour, which is one of my favourite tours. I was a bit upset that I wasn't allowed to go because of my leg at the state it was, and next year I'm guessing I'm just going to smash it. So having a positive mindset is essential to any sport that you do. With me, I say, stay awesome, Siena, keep going, you've got this. Dad showed me, he filled a glass full of water and he had a little lid filled with milk. He tipped the milk into the water and all of a sudden it was cloudy. The milk represents the negative thoughts and the clear water represents the positive thoughts. And when that milk went into that water, it just turned super cloudy and you could see the negative thoughts just consumed that positive. And it took like 5, 6, 7 goes just to try and get the water looking see-through again. And that's how much energy you use once this little tiny thought comes into your head. It just completely consumes you and you waste so much energy just trying to get rid of that thought, but it takes a long time. When you think that there's nothing else you can do, the creativity side in yourself comes in and you're like, I definitely think I can do better in this. Let me go back, I'll try this, and then I'll do it again here, and I'll do it better. Sponsorship is essential to what I do. The bikes are really expensive, and that's where Be Positive comes in, and they help people out. They've helped me out by giving me an amazing bike called the SG32 that I have designed. They've dropped the cost for us by giving us all these amazing products, and having more money to spend on travel means more opportunities to race, and that's just an amazing benefit on its own. Be Positive Cycling, they don't just send me one jersey or one jacket. They send me 50 of them to hand out to other kids that are trying out in different sports or trying in cycling. People that I've given jackets to, they've been so happy. The smile on their faces are just so joyful to see. Even if you've just started cycling and you want a sponsor, it doesn't just come like that. You need hard work, dedication, commitment, and that's when the sponsors will pick it up and they'll see an opportunity and they'll help you out. The person who inspires me is the world champion at the moment. His name is Matthew van der Poel. He inspires me because firstly he's fit. He wants to be fitter than anybody else. He runs off the front and he believes in himself. He's a machine, and that's what I inspire to be, because when I'm older, I want to be like a Matthew van der Poel, but not just a Matthew van der Poel, I want to be a Siena Goulding. One of my most memorable moments in cycling was when I was in a road race. It was pouring with rain, -5 degrees, and all I could think about was, I can't wait to get off this bike because it is so cold. But yet, I was actually excited because it felt so amazing. My adrenaline was pumping. I've just ridden away from a group of girls and I was on my way back to the finish line. And I was climbing over every hill. It was the most hilliest course. And as I get back, I realized that I've actually beaten the boys by 2 minutes. And I was so happy with myself. I was like, God, I actually did that. All those thoughts, those positive self-talks that I had in my head, that actually got me to this finish line. I wanted to quit, but I didn't. I kept going, and this is what it got me. Anybody could do cycling. If you're the person that gets picked on, if you're the most popular person, doesn't mean you can't do cycling. Being one with your bike is just an amazing experience. Even if you don't want to race or be competitive, just getting out there, being adventurous, seeing the wild is an amazing part of traveling and cycling. Even if you don't have a bike, you can always borrow one. And if you do have a bike, you don't have an excuse. You need to try out road cycling, track cycling, BMX, cyclocross, or even mountain biking, because cycling is just a whole nother level. You meet new communities, try new things, meet new people, and you just have an amazing time being with your bike. It's fantastic. For my long-term goals, I would love to go to the Tour de France to represent Australia and be the first Australian woman to win, and also go to the Olympics in whatever sport that is. Swimming, cycling, running, triathlon, who knows? My goals are very important and I set them every single season for cycling, and I make sure that I stick to them. Swimming. Uphill. Steak. Training. Winter. Both. Back roads. Carbs. Sports drink. What is that?
Oh, I gotta tell you, I'm done.
What is that? Trust your wild side means to me getting people more active, trying new things, doing the sport you love, or doing whatever you love. My goal is to try and get as many girls into cycling or into as many sports as possible, and try and get people outside instead of being inside on their devices. Being wild is just part of the process. The only thing stopping you is you. If you keep trying and you fail, just keep trying. That's all you have to do. I think it's important for everybody to understand that we're not just kids doing sport, we're young athletes. My career, it starts now.